Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Grand Rapids Public Schools Nutrition Services Department. Today is a wonderful day in which we are announcing a renewal of the summer EBT pilot program here in the state of Michigan. And what's special about this year is that not only are we renewing this program here in West Michigan and Mid-Michigan, but we're expanding the program. And the program is expanding in a partnership with Kentwood Public Schools and as well as Detroit Public Schools. And with me today is Nick Giselle from the Department of Education, who will speak in depth about the program. And we'll have remarks from representatives from Kentwood Public Schools, and I'll conclude the session. So Nick?
Get this set up quickly. All right, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Nick Giselle from the Michigan Department of Education, and I'm honored to tell the public about an innovative federal program, pilot program, attempting to reduce hunger in Michigan youth. The Federal Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010 proposed different ways to end childhood hunger by 2015. And one of those strategies was to fund a pilot program that would allow qualified low-income families to receive an EBT card, like a credit card, and the card would allow them to go to a qualifying grocery store and purchase qualifying products. So the first year in 2011, the summer of 2011, the state of Michigan was awarded a $700,000 grant to bring summer food benefits to 2,500 students in the Grand Rapids Public Schools. Last year, in summer 2012, the state of Michigan was awarded a grant to continue that original pilot program in the Grand Rapids Public Schools with some additional money to expand the grant. So we expanded in Grand Rapids Public School to another 5,300 students. And then we also wanted to test the pilot project in a more rural area in the mid-Michigan area. And so we added another 5,300 low-income students last year for a total of grants of about $760,000 additional dollars. So in the past 2 years, this has brought $1.4 million into the local Grand Rapids economy, because those food benefits that you see that are loaded onto that credit card get brought in by the customer, and that money goes directly to the grocery store. So that's a wonderful win for the local economy here. So this year, in summer 2013, the state of Michigan has been awarded a grant of another $800,000 to address the summer food insecurity. Grand Rapids Public Schools families who received the benefit last year will continue to receive the benefit again. In addition, another 60,000 students, in combination with now Kentwood Public Schools, which we're very excited about, will be chosen to participate in the project and will be added along with the previous students. So 3,000 students will be chosen to receive either a $60 food package benefit or a $30 food package benefit. And then USDA will be evaluating the impact of those. Since it's a study on a pilot program on reducing summer food insecurity, USDA is now interested in looking at what level of benefit is going to impact food insecurity the most. So they're going to be testing whether it's $30 or $60. So statewide, 6,000 additional students will be chosen for the mid-Michigan area, and then an additional 16,000 students in the Detroit area will be selected. So it's an important project because it's addressing food insecurity. And Michigan, like the rest of the U.S., serves many school meals during the school year. But what happens during the summer when the schools close and kids still need the added food benefits? So that's what this pilot program is trying to address, or at least give us some answers to. And what this boils down to is really a wonderful story of federal, state, and local agencies partnering to attempt to reduce summer food insecurity and really help our kids. And so the summer 2013 proposal was submitted by the Michigan Department of Education and our sister agency, Department of Community Health, WIC, with absolutely critical support with Grand Rapids Public Schools, and now the Kentwood Public Schools. And just a quick shout out to Kentwood and Grand Rapids, because without Kentwood Public Schools and Grand Rapids Public Schools, this program and these benefits would not get to the kids who need them most. So please extend our appreciation to the leadership in those school districts. So in summary, this project offers a wonderful opportunity to explore the ways to really combat childhood hunger during the summer months. And we want to extend our appreciation to WIC, who's allowed us to use the technology to deliver the money on the credit card, and to the Grand Rapids Public Schools and Kentwood Public Schools. Because again, without their partnership, this would not be possible. And let me just recap then on the numbers, just so we're all clear about this. So 10,600 students who receive the food benefits during the summer 2012 project will continue receiving those benefits if they still qualify for free or reduced price meals. Then in addition, another 28,000 students, low-income students, will be randomly selected to either receive a $60 a month food package or a $30 a month food package. And these additional children will be selected from the following. Grand Rapids area schools will see another 3,000 students selected. Kentwood area schools will see another 3,000 students selected. Detroit area schools will see 16,000 students selected, and then 6,000 students from the following mid-Michigan areas will be able to receive these benefits. And those areas, just if you're interested, are Bay Aranac Intermediate School District, Claire Gladwin Regional Educational Service District, Midland County Educational Service Agency, and Tuscola Intermediate School District. So with that, should I turn it over to Scott in Kentwood? Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Polcheski, Superintendent of Kentwood Public Schools, and it's my pleasure to be here this morning to talk about food insecurity with low-income students. We're well aware in our school district that our students in the summertime are at risk of not having proper nutrition. During the school year, we're able to provide breakfast, lunch, and in some instances, dinner for our students. And we're so pleased to partner with the USDA, the Michigan Department of Education, and Grand Rapids Public Schools in providing this program for our students. And I'd like to introduce Mo Shamali. Mo is our Director of Child and Nutrition Services.
Thank you, Dr. Polcheski. Good morning, everybody. What a great day for help. We know our students are in need, especially in the 3 months of the summer, June, July, and August. And for the USDA and the state to come up with something where the kids can be benefit out of, what a great feeling. Because it is important for us that our students who are in need, their food met. And to have them qualify, having 3,000 students from Kentwood definitely is going to help a lot of families. And for that, we still have summer program going. We have the after-school program going, as Dr. Polcheski mentioned, the breakfast, lunch, after school, and sometimes that's not enough. And I think for them to come and for the state to provide us with an opportunity to help our residents, especially our students, is a great feeling. I can't wait for this to happen, and I can't wait to have our students take the benefit out of it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Paul?
So in conclusion, I would like to just point out, kind of take a step back, big picture approach to this, and that is we're living in an age now where there's so much cynicism about big government and government agencies wasting resources and time and effort. The summer EBT pilot program is an excellent example of collaboration between school districts, Department of Education, USDA, and taking a common sense approach to nutrition. We recognize that existing models or old models and delivery of services don't meet the current needs of today. What we are doing is we are coupling electronic technology and accountability. And I'll underscore that again, accountability. of delivering nutritious products to families that are in need. This project promises great things not only for the local community, but for the national community at large, and in addressing health care and nutrition throughout the United States. School meals make a difference. And this summer program, taking the best that we do in school meals, the best that we do in WIC, and applying that into an electronic delivery system that holds accountable both the vendor and the household in ensuring nutritious foods are delivered to children, I can't say enough about. We are very excited to participate in this program, and a lot of heavy lifting goes on behind the scenes. I'd like to acknowledge the efforts that take place both in Kentwood and Grand Rapids in terms of our information services programs and all of those, capturing all of that data so that we can report back to Congress the meaningful results that will come out of this program. So thank you once again, and we'll be happy to take questions. Any questions? Right, so part of this study, aside from taking a look at the raw data, the electronic information that's collected from the merchant and at the state level, we also have individuals in the field that go out and talk directly to households and families throughout the course of the program. And the feedback that we're getting from families is, wow, this is making a difference. I didn't think that my child would eat whole grain food. I'm used to buying white bread. Well, this card doesn't allow you to buy white bread. This card doesn't allow you to buy whole milk. It's low-fat milk, yogurts, those fruits, vegetables. And what we do during the school day, through the school meal program, introducing children to nutritious foods, to try a taste of fruits, vegetables, low-fat milk, whole grain foods, the parents now are having that opportunity to reinforce that message during the summer months. And so we're getting the feedback from parents saying, you know what, I'm eating this at home. We had this at school. The children are accompanying the parents in the grocery store, and they're going, Mama, Mama, that's what we have. We're closing that loop and reinforcing positive consumer habits. And that's the feedback we're getting during the summer months. Well, long-term health-wise, just like with everything else, one step at a time, right? Move more. That first step is the most important step. And if we can start turning that shift away from making unhealthy choices towards healthy choices, coupling that with improved activity levels, I think that what we're going to be doing is trending away from those horrible numbers that we've been seeing in the last 15, 20 years about obesity rates. And what I'm hopeful is that, again, we're using governmental services to support positive behavior. And we also use government sources to alleviate poor choices, don't we? So here's an opportunity to create positive choices, to minimize poor choices, to improve the health and welfare of our population overall.
And explain to me how the card, because you said it doesn't work on something?
Sure. So the card, this is what's really neat about this card. The card is pre-programmed to say, I will credit on the invoice, on the receipt, products that are pre-approved. And we talked about those products earlier. The whole grain breads, the whole grain tortilla, the fruits, the vegetables, the low-fat milk. So mom can put whatever she wants on that belt. Soda pop goes through, it gets charged as soda pop. Need cash money for that. Low-fat milk goes on, that gets credited. So mom doesn't have to have out-of-pocket expense for those healthier choices. So it reinforces, it incentivizes, to make those healthier choices. And one of the other comments that we've had in the past during these follow-up studies is, Mom, Grandma wasn't making those choices before, and now, you know what, I've got this opportunity. I'm being incentivized, I'm being encouraged to try the fresh fruits and vegetables that I wouldn't otherwise have done. I would have gone for the Hawaiian Punch. Well, guess what? The Hawaiian Punch isn't going to get credited. But we will credit you for 100% fruit.
Paul, can you touch on the $30, $60 per student, not per family?
Right. That's a good point, that these benefits are allocated per student, per child in the family. So it's $60 or $30, depending on how you fall in that lottery. That adds up to real money in a monthly budget. And so that's been another positive feedback we've had, is that, hey, I'm able to offset those expenses that I otherwise would have used for utilities or gas money, those kind of things. So those are real dollars, and they really add up over the course of the summer months.